If you're looking to improve your aim, then make sure to check out Control Freak and use the code OGXRAYZ to get 10% off all the products. Link in the description below. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Black Ops 4 video. Now, in today's video, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something that I've been noticing recently on Twitter, on YouTube, regarding the zombies community, and it seems like there's just not a lot of hype going around currently for Black Ops 4 zombies. Now, I have played all the zombies maps except for Classified, which I don't have because I don't have the season pass. And so far, I've got to say that I'm actually pretty impressed. I very much did enjoy the multiplayer maps, the Blackout map, and then also zombies. I really enjoyed all 4 of the zombies maps. I should say 3, but I had a lot of fun with them. 9 is probably my second favorite. Blood of the Dead's my favorite. Voyage of Despair is third. It's like dead last. Like, that's not even close to second. For some reason, I just don't really like Voyage of Despair. I mean, I like it, but not as much. I don't know, I'm lukewarm on it. But with that said, this is the most content we've gotten in any Call of Duty Treyarch game. We have a ton of content, and the maps generally are fun, but I think the problem is just maybe people are fatigued, maybe because we had IW zombies, we had World War II zombies. Maybe people are starting to get a little bit tired of zombies in general, but I think mostly it's just that we went in a new direction. We have a new crew, a completely different storyline, and I think maybe some people are we're hoping for that continuation of the storyline from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And, you know, it's a tough spot to be in. It's a tough spot to be in because you can't just continue the same storyline. You can't just focus on Takeout Nikolai, Richtofen, you know, even the buried crew. You can't stick with that for the rest of eternity. You know, they've got to change it up, and Black Ops 4 was Treyarch's way to slowly introduce a new story, go in a new direction, and kind of bridge the gap into something new so that when we do finally complete the Ether storyline, it's not just going to be some sudden shockwave where it's like, holy crap, it's over, and then people won't care about the new storyline. So I kind of see what Treyarch is doing, but I feel like at the same time it's also kind of brought down the hype, because I think a lot of people are expecting maybe even just mostly a Ether storyline. Maybe towards the end we'll get introduced to a new crew or something. So I think that it was just like the community kind of in shock. I also think that maybe people are just not gravitating towards the new storyline. I kind of feel like it's a very vague storyline. We don't really know what's going on. And, you know, all of it has to start pretty slow. It has to. It can't just jump into it. And I feel like people kind of were comfortable in a happy place, in a good place when it came to the Ether storyline. Obviously, there's some controversy over the direction that they took, especially once BO3 hit around. But I think in general, people were happy and complacent with the storyline we had in BO3, with the direction that the crew was going in. It kind of felt like it was starting to really come together again. And so I guess maybe people were just a little bummed out thinking that there's this new storyline, and maybe they're thinking that Ether is done and that's it, and we should just get used to this new crew, and maybe they're kind of pushing back a bit. Maybe that's a bit of it. But I also think it's also, honestly, as weird as this is going to sound, I think it's also a lack of content. And what I mean by that is we have 4 zombies maps, 3 if you didn't buy a season pass, so it's not a lack of maps. I think people just want something different. I don't think they want the same thing over and over. I like rush mode. I like with, you know, that you can put different twists on it, but I think people were looking for something else. Maybe people wanted grief mode back. Maybe people wanted a new way to, you know, experience it. Maybe challenges, maybe like, you know, even IW in World War II, I think they had zombie-specific challenges you could complete that would reward them and, you know, give them more. In this case would be Neblium or Neblium. I don't even know how to pronounce it. The plasma. You know, maybe people just want different ways. And it does look like we are going to be getting that here very soon. And so in this video, I wanted to discuss the community talking about this, because I feel like the community is a little bit down right now. The hype is a little bit low. I'm seeing people say like they should just release the next zombies map, but it's not. It's gonna fix it maybe for like a week or two, and then once the Easter egg is completed, it's gonna kind of go back to it. It's gonna lull back to where it was. I almost kind of wish that we had gotten like 2 zombies map at launch, and then like a month later, boom, there's another map, and then like 2 weeks after that, boom, there's another map, or maybe like a month later, whatever. I feel like in this day and age, you kind of have to consistently deliver new maps, new experiences, new something. And Treyarch has not been doing that very much. They've been doing it a lot in multiplayer. In multiplayer, you've got new variations of Seaside, and then also firing range. They had nighttime firing range, so they're doing that. They also implemented a tier system, which you get rewards, and you get Blackout stuff, and you also get multiplayer stuff. But that's just Blackout and multiplayer. That's not zombies. And they did have callings that they added for Halloween, which was actually pretty cool. I really thought that was cool. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to complete any of them. I was so busy doing multiplayer and Blackout stuff that I was kind of spread thin, and I never ended up completing those for the Halloween stuff for zombies, and I'm super bummed out about that. But that was a good step. I feel like that was a good step. Add some challenges that give you awesome rewards, and then, you know, it'll get people playing and continuing on. Maybe do like map specific stuff. And it seems like we might be getting that, so I wanted to talk about that primarily because that's kind of what's happening right now. Lack of content is making people kind of want the next map already, which isn't the fix. That's a temporary thing. And then once the Easter egg is completed, it's going to go back to the same way. But we got some leaks the other day, and this was actually a post that was posted which had information on the Dark Ops challenges in zombies. And we've already seen some of these. Some of you guys have probably even completed some of these, but there was some new ones added down below that are not obtainable at the moment, which a lot of people started talking about because it references 1, trials, season 1 trials, and 2, factions, which we've never heard of. There's been no reference to it in any interview. Like, what is that? So let's talk about that. So the actual Dark Ops challenges, I think I made a video talking about it, but there was a ton of different ones that you could complete. I'll go over them very, very quickly so you guys know what exactly they are in case you haven't already known. But again, for the most part, we've known these. There were 9 of them, and then there's 4 other ones that just have been discovered. I don't know how they got discovered, but they just did. And so we have Perkless in Prison, complete the main quest in Blood of the Dead using 0 perks. Rush on the Bank, get 5, what is that, billion or million total rush points. Sands of Time, complete the main quest on 9 in under 100 minutes. Dodgy Devil, reach round 20 in a classic match without taking a hit. That seems like a pretty hard one. Perk Maestro or Maestro, activate every perk modifier. Sea Legs, complete all the main quests on Voyage of Despair with no downs. Put to the quest, complete all 3 main Easter eggs. Pack a Wallop, double pack a punch every weapon. Reaper of the Undead, get 1 million kills, or 10 million. Get 10 million kills, okay? And then the 4 new ones, we have Down with the Ship, which is complete 450 defense on Voyage of Despair in rush mode, which I think people were asking why specifically it's 415, and I think it's because that's the day that the Titanic went down on April 15th. We have Stand Trial, complete Trial 1 for each of the first 3 maps, which is very, very interesting. So it looks like we're getting trials in the future, and we'll definitely see what ends up happening with that. The next one is All the Facts, complete all factions in Factions Callings Season 1. So it looks like we're getting Factions Callings and maybe even factions. Who knows? Maybe there's like different factions you can join, like maybe like BO3 Throwback, or BO2 I should say, or you could either follow Richtofen or you could follow Dr. Maxis. It'll be interesting to see if maybe they do something like that where it's like factions, or I think they have like wars in the Splatoon 2. I don't know if any of you guys have played Splatoon 2, but they have this thing where they have like a, you know, Team Mayo versus Team Ketchup type thing, and maybe they'll do something like that. Maybe they're like, you know, Team Ether versus Team Chaos, you know. But we don't know much. All we got now is just factions apparently, and there's going to be a season or a seasonal system to it. So season 1 will start. No info on when it's going to start or what it's going to have, but this is the kind of stuff that is going to get people playing again zombies and continue to play them. And this is the problem. I think the one really flaw that the leveling up system has in Treyarch Zombies is that there's really no point in grinding. I mean, once I remember when I was playing Black Ops 3 Zombies, I hit the max level, you know, before you have to prestige and stuff. And I never prestige because I didn't really feel like doing it. I didn't want to grind through. And I mean, all really you get is what? You get access to weapons that you can level up. And it's always been that eternal struggle for me where it's like, there's really no big reward for leveling up or getting to a level 1000 or whatever in zombies, and I feel like they need to do a better job rewarding people. And at the end of the day, I don't think people are playing zombies to level up, you know. So I think callings and factions, I think all this other stuff will drive people to try more. And today I actually tweeted out, which by the way, cheap plug, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, do so at OGXRAYZ. I'll have a link down below. But I tweeted out talking about how we need daily challenges in multiplayer, in Blackout, and in zombies. And honestly, there has to be a way to earn tiers in the tier rewards also in zombies. I find that it's such a bonehead move that they have the tier system for the, you know, battle pass or whatever, and you can't progress it if you're a zombies player. If you're a zombies only dude, how are you going to get to tier 200? It makes no sense that they get rewarded for playing Blackout and multiplayer, but if you play zombies, you get nothing out of it. So I'm really hoping that in the future they do something like that, where you can actually get progress towards it by playing zombies. But anyway, so retracting there a little bit, this should hopefully be something that helps people want to play more zombies. And like I was saying, I tweeted out saying, you know, we should get daily challenges. IW had it, World War II had it. They also had the contracts and stuff in there. And I feel like, I don't know, it feels like we got a lot of content, but at the same time, we didn't get a lot of diversity in content. So like we got maps, but we didn't really get like orders. We didn't really get, you know, contracts, daily rewards. I mean, we're getting daily rewards in multiplayer where if you log in, you get yourself like the free tier or whatever. But, you know, we had no login bonus. Like that's technically like you got to do something to get it, as opposed to like in World War II, you would get armory credits, or in IW, you would get keys or maybe a supply drop for free from logging in. And then if you were a season pass owner, you got double of that. So I feel like it's a little bit strange that this game came out, still no leaderboards. There was a bunch of bugs with zombies that were crashing all the left and right. And then they have no like special challenges you can complete or daily rewards or stuff like that. Like I feel like they need to implement that into the game. I feel like they had a good view of what worked for World War II and for IW, and that they could have done something based on it. But you know, that is what it is. But I'm looking forward to this, to whatever this these, you know, trials or whatever these factions are going to be in Call of Duty Zombies. I'm looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think about it, but I feel like they need to come sooner rather than later, because if they wait too long, I think a lot of people are going to be burned out on zombies automatically, and the only thing they're going to care about is new maps, and when they come out, they'll stop caring after a week or two. So, I don't know, it's weird. I've never seen the community like this before. It doesn't seem like people really care about the storyline. It doesn't really seem like they care about anything really about zombies related stuff, and this is Treyarch, which is the craziest part. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video. It's super appreciated, incredibly helpful. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more content like this, I'm gonna have a ton more Call of Duty Black Ops 4 news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming. So make sure you guys are subscribed and have those notifications on so we don't miss a single upload here on the channel. And then last but not least, if you guys want to talk about anything, Twitter, best place to talk. I'm constantly on there. Go ahead and give me a follow over there. I'll have a link down in the description below. At OGXRAYZ, I'll have a link down, along with links to my gaming and second channel. And then if you want to support the channel directly, you guys can do so by checking out my channel memberships. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, and special badges that show up in all my live streams and in the comment sections of all my videos. So check that out only if you're willing and able to. You guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace.